Do you seem never to have any money at the end of the month and often wonder why you're always broke, despite making good money? Well, in this video, we discuss 5 possible reasons to why you often feel broke and share 5 ways you might be able to overcome this. Number 1, being lazy. Let's start with probably the most obvious one. Most of us enjoy and appreciate a good home-cooked meal, but the thought of cooking one yourself, it can oftentimes feel like a daunting task. And that's usually when the lazy nature within all of us starts to fancy the idea of ordering out instead. Yes, ordering food saves you time and makes it easier, but just by being lazy, you stand to lose a few good dollars every time you order out. That laziness is also a big factor to why many of us have yet to follow through with that next big money opportunity we've been eyeing. It's more comfortable and less of a hassle to just stick to the routine and job we're used to. But we know sooner or later, we want to find ways to fatten that wallet. Just not today. So how do you fix this? Well, you've got to tame that beast. Yes, we all have a little lazy critter within all of us. It's natural. Yes, those daily hassles of washing dishes and cooking your own meals are cumbersome tasks. But you have to understand that it's a necessary evil if you don't want to burn a hole in your pocket with all those fine dining bills. Data shows that on average, families spend about $3,000 per year on dining out. So imagine all the cash you can save if you can curb some of that good eating. As for following through with your aspirations to make more money, watching videos like this one is a great start. We recommend you continue to watch and read motivational videos and books that are inspiring to you. But we believe the only real way to beat laziness is to take action. Once you do, you'll find it's hard to stop. So go for it. Number 2, you love a good sale too much. Okay, we all love a good sale because not only does it save us money, but it gives you that little feeling of victory. After all, it feels nice to know you're being a smart shopper when you see that discounted price on your receipt. But wait, did you really need that item? Or did you just buy it because you saw a sale and you went kinda nuts? Sure, some things you really need, but a lot of things you only want. For many, getting too excited about sales is another underlying reason for a lack of cash. So how do you fix it? Make a list and stick to it. That's one trick many savers tend to use. As things you need come up, you start building a list until you have a chance to stop into the store or to place an order online. The trick is, the list should help you stay focused on only the things you need, whether they're on sale or not. Secondly, having a monthly budget for miscellaneous items can be helpful as well. Once you've depleted this amount, you don't allow yourself to spend on miscellaneous items until the following month. These are some good ways to avoid falling for those too good to miss sales, which helps keep more cash in your account. Number 3, your socializing is too expensive. Now don't get me wrong, socializing is a good thing, but not when you're overdoing it. Just ask yourself, how much and how frequently do you go out? If the answer is once or twice with your loved one, once or twice with friends, and once or twice with colleagues, it's probably too much and too costly. This is true especially if you live in a metropolitan area where food and drinks are expensive. So how do you fix this? Simple. Just cut back a little and enjoy a movie night at home when possible. Decline an invitation once in a while without putting a bad impression on people. You can even offer to host a get-together rather than going out, and make sure to say it's a potluck style event. This will help you to limit the number of people and will be a lot cheaper than an outside hooray that will likely cost you a significant amount. Number 4, you spend what you expect to make. You might have heard the story about a drunken sailor who was sure that he would someday land on a big treasure. Therefore, he spent his days carelessly borrowing and spending, thinking he'd pay off all his debt once he found his treasure. Sadly, he got submerged in all his credit card bills and ended up drowning in all his debt. He never did find that treasure. Maybe you might not have heard about the story, but many of us do like to pile up credit card bills, hoping to pay them off at a later date, when that big raise or big break comes. But will it ever? So how do you fix it? Focus on today and spend like that big payday might never come. Always plan your spending according to the money that you do have in your account, rather than planning on the money that might come into your account. Remember, winning the lottery is just as slim as finding that big treasure. Make the right decisions when it comes to spending your hard-earned money, because you likely invested a lot of your time and effort in earning it in the first place. Use cash only, if at all possible. If you need to use credit, that probably means you really can't afford it. So spend wisely and not carelessly like our sailor, or you might end up like him. Number 5. You don't have any emergency funds. We've all heard from our parents that the first thing we should do when starting to earn is to save. The reality is most of us don't. Life is an unexpected beast that can come back to bite you when you're least expecting it. You never know when you're gonna have a medical emergency or run into a major car problem. But rest assured, if you don't have an emergency fund, you know what they say, when it rains, it pours. It's gonna be tough making some sacrifices now. And you may be miserable for a little while, but you might as well take on that battle now while the skies are clear. So how do you win this battle? Well, this is a tough one, but if you can do this one, you might overcome all the other 4 items we mentioned above. 1. You need to schedule a specific date and time and commit to taking a long and hard look at your finances. 2. You should highlight all your unnecessary expenses and decide how much you can cut back. All of it if at all possible. This needs careful planning and tons of discipline. 3. Sit with your spouse, family, or even hire a financial advisor to really see where every penny is going. Once you've figured out your non-negotiable expenses, you should be able to determine your leftover cash flow each month. 4. From there, decide what you can truly save each month consistently and stick to the plan. Eventually, a pool of emergency funds will start to grow and you may be able to withstand the rain when it starts to pour. So there you go. These were some of the top reasons for that lingering feeling of brokenness, which probably stems from some not so good habits and slightly bad decision making. We hope some of these actionable items we shared can help you to begin overcoming this feeling. Feel like we missed something? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see similar videos like this, subscribe to our channel now and turn on that bell notification. See you next time.